Now, the Austrian school of thought has a very different point of view about what money should be. And at the core, Austrian economics believes that the world works better when it's allowed to fail from time to time, and our money is based on truth. Okay, what is the truth? The truth is this: if you save money, you should be rewarded. The price of stuff over time should get cheaper for you. But if it isn't, then you don't live in a truthful world. And let me just put this into a little bit more context, because if the founding fathers were around today, they'd be debating the same exact thing. And they actually did, except they didn't call it Austrian versus Keynesian because it wasn't labeled that yet. But the debate they had was, can money be expanded and borrowed against safely, or does it always kind of end the same? Now, they didn't all agree at once, but if you look at Thomas Jefferson, for example, he believed that borrowing money was so dangerous that if we were allowed to, we would create more and more paper money, and that governments, if left unchecked, would do this to fund wars and make political promises with. Now, Thomas Jefferson warned us that allowing banks and central authorities to control money would, quote, deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless. So the Austrian School of Economics says if you give a government the ability to print, it will eventually become corrupt. Because by doing that, they'll remove the consequences of their bad decisions. Because if money can be printed, and if you don't let the system fail from time to time, and you don't let the economy go through recessions, then you sort of suppress the self-cleansing aspect of a fair economy. And that's why they argue central banks and businesses and economies should fail, because they remove the bad corrupted actors. And if you don't let them fail, and you save some banks and save some corporations, but not the others, you're just allowing financial interests to decide which ones get to win and which ones get to fail. And those decisions might be compromised because they may have an incentive, because they are also corrupted. So for the Austrian economists, right, the answer to what is money is that money should be what's called hard money, like gold or silver, for example. I mean, we could still use paper money, but it should be tied to a base layer that the government can't make more of.